Hello everyone, welcome to Talking Reds, Liverpool West Ham at Anfield today, and we are live. Here we go, guys. Here we go. 3 wins left. 3 wins needed to claim this Premier League title, our 20th league title. 3 wins left. After Arsenal, as we saw yesterday live, actually, we saw Arsenal draw against Brentford yesterday, meaning that we need 3 wins. And I've been speaking all week about these next 3 games all being winnable games. All being winnable games. I expect 9 points from 9 from the next 3. Therefore, we could be winning the Premier League next weekend potentially as well. Because if Arsenal fail to win next week, Liverpool win as well, we could win the Premier League title next week. However, I expect it to win in a couple of weeks when I think we should be beating, definitely should be beating, I'll tell you that what's happened there. We definitely should be beating West Ham today. Ipswich away next week should be another win, really, and then Tottenham at home. That should be 3 wins from 3. Absolutely 3 wins from 3. Starting with today against West Ham. The team news is out, ladies and gentlemen. The team news is out. So, big changes. Robertson dropped to the bench, Szoboszlai dropped to the bench, and Darwin Núñez does not make the squad. We spoke about Darwin Núñez previously this week, and I said yesterday I'd be very surprised if I see him playing any minutes anymore under Slot, the way his attitude's been. And guess what? His little Twitter, his little social media post every day about rising again is dropped from the bench now. He's now not in the bench. He's not on the bench. So let's start with the lineup today. Alisson Becker, Van Dijk, Konate, Diaz, McAllister, Salah, Jones, Jota, Tsimikas, Gravenberch, Bradley. So that is also in number order as Liverpool Twitter do. 1 second, I'm just going to post this out to. In fact, it's all right, actually. So it would look like it's Alisson Becker in net. Right back is going to be Conor Bradley. Left back at Kostas Tsimikas. Robertson dropped to the bench. Konate, Van Dijk. A midfield 2 of looks like here. I presume Curtis Jones is going to be the 10 here. McAllister, Gravenberch, Jones as a midfield. Salah right. Diaz left. Jota up front. I'm very surprised that Jota keeps getting played. I'm very surprised at that. Diaz has done enough in a couple of games to warrant a place. I'd say Kwanzaa on the bench. Gakpo's on the bench as well. Again, Gakpo came back the other week, but he didn't really impress against Fulham. He was very, very poor against Fulham. Wasn't that impressive against Everton, to be honest. So it doesn't surprise me that he's on the bench. But it also shows, again, Arne Slot and his ruthlessness when it comes to picking his team. Because Szoboszlai is on the bench for his poor performance, clearly. Robertson's on the bench, costed a couple of goals last week. And Núñez is not on the squad option at all. So Lewis Steele puts it. Alisson plays for the first time in a month. Conor Bradley making his first league start since mid-Feb. So I've not seen anything in terms of Darwin Núñez of why he is not on the squad. For me, right now, before anything comes out, something could come out like Darwin Núñez is injured or he's not feeling very well or something like that. Something could come out like that. For right now, in terms of what I'm thinking, not on the squad, is simply because Arne Slot doesn't like him. Arne Slot has seen his attitude, and it doesn't fit with Arne Slot. It's as simple as that. And he's already warned. He's already had words with Darwin Núñez about playing and about improving his attitude on the pitch. He's already said that out in public. Is this a big statement now, dropping him completely from the squad? That's a huge statement, especially after what Darwin Núñez said midweek on social media about rising again. The only thing he's rising is the bread that is baking at home on his Sunday, because he's not rising from the bench when he's not even on the bench. So there's nothing else being said. Normally journalists say something about Darwin Núñez if Darwin Núñez is dropped, normally they say something. Roy Keane's actually had a little bit of a word on Mohamed Salah. Roy Keane's actually said about Mohamed Salah, I'll tell you how special he is. If he was in the Arsenal team, they'd win the league. That's a big statement from Roy Keane. You know, that's a big statement from Roy Keane, because I sort of get that, because Arsenal have needed that creativity and they've needed that goal scorer. Mohamed Salah is that, isn't he? So he is that. Trying to find it. Here, 1 second. Trying to find a Liverpool game. It's on Sky Sports, isn't it? He's on Sky Sports today. But yeah, the team is out. So if you haven't seen the team is out. Alisson Becker in net, Conor Bradley right back, Tsimikas at left back. So Robertson has been dropped. Kanate, Van Dijk, a midfield two of it looks like McAllister and Gravenberch with Jones. I'm hoping it's McAllister at 10 rather than Jones. I want to see McAllister at 10, but again, Jones can't really play at double pivot. So I think it would be Jones at 10, if I'm honest. Diaz left, Salah right, and Jota up front. The bench is Yaros, Kelleher, so two goalkeepers on the bench. So if Nunes isn't ill or injured, wow, he's playing two goalkeepers on the bench over Nunes. I mean, that says a lot, doesn't it? Endo, Soboslai, Chiesa, Gakpo, Elliott, Robertson, and Kwan. So it would have been nice to see Elliott's played today. I hope he gets a good few minutes. So what time is Liverpool game on the Sky Sports? Because if do kick up at 2, there's nothing on here yet. Aberdeen Rangers. But yeah, do bear with me. I'm just having a look at see. I'm sure it is on Sky Sports today. Liverpool game. But it's still Aberdeen Rangers at the moment. I'm guessing Aberdeen Rangers obviously must have kicked off at. Should have kicked off at. Standings, what's it on about? I'm sure Rangers must have kicked off about 12, so that will be finished unless they go straight onto the Liverpool game. That sort of makes sense. So, yeah, it's a big game for Liverpool today because we've got a chance here to go 13 points clear. And I said, look, 3 wins. 3 wins. That's all we need. 3 more wins. And we've won the Premier League title. And our next 3 fixtures are West Ham today at home, Ipswich away, and Tottenham at home. They should be 3 wins. They should be the 3 wins. And then we have Chelsea away and Arsenal at home. We will get a guard of honour against Chelsea away and Arsenal at home. That is a perfect ending to this Premier League season for us. To get that guard of honour off of Arsenal would be absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Still not seen anything on Darwin Núñez specifically. It's very interesting how Darwin Núñez has been dropped, if he has been dropped, especially with 2 keepers on the bench. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I get it because I feel it. I'd do the same thing. I really would. But normally, if he's been dropped for like an injury reason or like an illness reason, normally journalists would come out and say it's normally Lewis Steele that will come out and tell us why he's being dropped. But if that doesn't come out in terms of illness or injury, then surely he's just been dropped for being shit. Or dropped for his attitude. It must be. That's crazy. That playing two goalkeepers on the bench over Darwin Núñez. That speaks absolute volumes. I said it before about Arne Slot. He speaks more with his actions than just his words. He might say, "Look, I'm happy with the squad. I'm happy with this, happy with that." What else can he say? He can't really throw his own employees under the bus. But at the end of the day, he will always do his actions first and foremost. When he's saying he's happy with his squad, he's not playing like Sevilla, he's not playing like Endo. And look what he's doing with Darwin Núñez. He's dropping him from the bench for 2 goalkeepers. So far, I think Aberdeen Rangers currently on Sky Sports. I'm sure we're on Sky Sports today. I'm sure we are. That's how we're watching it. There we go. It's on now. It's because it must have only just started then. Aberdeen actually beating Rangers 2-1. I mean, Rangers are just giving Celtic that fucking, and they've got a red card. They've just basically given Celtic that title, haven't they? Like that's what annoys me about Scottish football. It'd be nice to have a few more teams to actually push Celtic and Rangers to the end. Extreme Rangers can't even push Celtic to the end. But yeah, so we've got 1 second. So we've got West Ham today, Ipswich away next week, and Tottenham at home the week after. 3 winnable games, guys. Honestly, 3 winnable games. And if we don't come out of those with 9 points, then we've got to go beat Arsenal or Chelsea. But again, it's been the same all season. It's been the same, especially the last few months. We've been slipping up, right? We've been playing poor for 2-3 months now. Easy. We have been getting results in that time as well, which just shows the signs of champions. But it's different. This is why I celebrated the league quite a while ago, because this seems different. That it's Arsenal chasing us again yesterday. 1-0 up against Brentford. We watched it here live on here. The second half. I had it live here on whilst we're doing the Red Zone stream, and it was literally dominance from Arsenal. They didn't even look like they were going to lose that. They went 1-0 up, sheer dominance of the ball, and they conceded and then they ended up drawing. That's what it's been like. This Arsenal team just doesn't feel like a title race. It doesn't feel like a normal title race. If that's a City, even like a little bit of what City have been in the last few years, then we're in a serious title race. There's more pressure on us. These drop points, these poor performances, could bite us in the arse. With Arsenal, it's not been like that. It really hasn't. I'm going into games like today. 7 games left. We need 3 wins to win the Premier League title. I'm going into today's game just relaxed. It's really strange. It's a really, really strange title race. And it isn't because everyone's dropped off or it's a poor Premier League. It's not that. It's just the team behind us that hasn't really pushed us. Yes, Arsenal dropped off a little bit from last season, and Chelsea have dropped off as well massively. But we've been brilliant for the majority of the season. When we haven't been brilliant, we've been getting results, and that's a big difference between us and the likes of Arsenal. We have been getting those results. You're talking about Everton. The Everton games were poor. Aston Villa, poor. Wolves was a big one. Wolves were absolutely terrible. And this was after dropping points against was it Villa midweek? We dropped points against Villa midweek, and then we played at Wolves at the weekend. Or was it Everton midweek we played, and then played Wolves at the weekend? But yeah, the Wolves game, we didn't deserve 3 points in that. But we got them. And that is pretty much the sign of champions, and that's what we are going to be now. And it is as mad as it sounds. It is pretty much done, isn't it? Really, it is. And I said, if we win today, I'm doing a month worth of celebrations. I don't give a shit. This is, if you want to be celebrating, if you want to enjoy the Premier League title win, get on this channel, because you can join us on a month worth of celebrations. We are going to celebrate like ever. Every single week, we're going to have a stream of celebrations, and that's not me jinxing it, because this Arsenal team just ain't got the minerals to do it, especially when they're concentrating on the Champions League now. Now they're actually serious in the Champions League, because they are serious in the Champions League. They've just battered Real Madrid. They can. I'm not saying they will beat PSG, but they can beat PSG. It's going to be an interesting tie. They've got a serious chance of winning the Champions League. They will, I think, now. And it seems like that on the pitch with Arsenal, they will now fully put all their eggs in one basket with Champions League now. I think that, and Arteta seemed like reluctant to say that the league's over. I think even knows it's over now. So therefore, when it comes, I mean, so yesterday he dropped Saka, he dropped Lewis Skelly came off the bench, Odegaard was on the bench. So he wasn't taking it as serious as Moreno was on the bench, who just scored it midweek as well. So he dropped about 4 or 5 players yesterday. So even then, you see him thinking, yes, he has got Real Madrid, but he is keeping one eye on that Real Madrid game, despite being 3-0 up. That tells you what he thinks about the Premier League right now. And that's why, as Liverpool fans, we can fucking celebrate. We can. If Arsenal just giving up, the only one that's actually even close to us, and even then he's not close to us, then why can't we as Liverpool fans just celebrate what it is and enjoy the next couple of months of football? And it's just nice to see that Salah's done. Van Dijk, hopefully this week, will be confirmed and done. It's pretty much confirmed anyway, but hopefully it will be officially confirmed this week, and we can all just enjoy the season now. Summer will come. I'll talk about the summer transfers. I'll talk about my thoughts on summer transfers in other streams, and certainly in the summer we'll cover it all on Talking Reds. But when it comes to this football and this Premier League season, I'm just going to sit back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy it now. I really am. It's just fantastic. I've just seen now Anna Slot is speaking with someone. Is the adverts? But I've just seen a little clip of Anna Slot speaking there to Sky Sports, to Jamie Carragher, it looks like, talking about Mohamed Salah, saying how professional he is. But yeah, Mohamed Salah is the biggest professional. He said the other day, in the press conference, he said that that his physicality is just incredible. That's why he's kept at the levels that he's kept to. This is why it was madness to even consider Mohamed Salah going. The fact that he has kept himself as fit as he has, and he is this season gone to another level, it seems. Then why wouldn't you keep Mohamed Salah? Why wouldn't you keep Mohamed Salah? Still nothing. I'm still sort of refreshing Twitter here and seeing if there's any news on Darwin Núñez dropping. If there's any reason to the Darwin Núñez dropping, and the thing I'm seeing now is just there's nothing there. There's nothing there for me to see if he's dropped for fitness or if he's dropped for illness or dropped for an actual valid reason. And if, like I said, if that doesn't come out of a valid reason, being ill or lack of fitness for Núñez, then it's not looking good for him. I think he's being dropped, especially when there's two keepers on the bench. When do you need two keepers? Because we can always use Darwin Núñez, even if it's just a minute. We can always use Darwin Núñez if we need to. It just tells you everything about how Arne Slot sees Darwin Núñez now if he's dropped in completely. But yeah, nothing yet of Darwin Núñez. Once it's gone, I'm gonna trust Lewis Steele. I'm gonna trust Lewis Steele. Lewis is normally best to talk about this, and he's not tweeted anything about Darwin Núñez. I'm sure it will come out the reason why Darwin Núñez is dropped from the bench later on today. But if it's not out before the kickoff, then surely then it's just because of sheer he doesn't trust him or he don't like his attitude anymore. It's funny that, isn't it? It's really funny how it makes me think about that tweet he did the other day now about rising again. Does that? I thought he meant that regarding his Liverpool career. Does that mean that is giving up his Liverpool career is going to rise somewhere else? Is there more to that now? Could be. It could be. That's very. I'm intrigued about that one. Now it's made me think about how that tweet could be seen now if he is dropped this week. This is me speculating, by the way. I don't know why Darwin Núñez has been dropped. I'm just coming up to my own conclusion that he's been dropped for sheer attitude or sheer just they don't trust him anymore because nothing else has come out. Nothing else has come out about Darwin Núñez being dropped, whether it's been illness or an injury or anything like that. So yeah, if you had just joined us, the team news is out. I'll just get your team news now. I'll go to the West Ham news as well. Alisson Becker in net. Conor Bradley and Tsimikas at the fullbacks. So Robertson has been dropped off for his poor performance last week. Ibrahima Konate, Virgil van Dijk at centre back. Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Curtis Jones, who's dropped. Also, Szoboszlai has been dropped as well. Diaz on the left, Jota on up front. Let's go through the West Ham team now. Areola in net. Back three of Tobido, Mavropanos, Kilman. So they play 3-5-2, 3-4-3, so 3-4-2-1, like a 3-4-3 with a false nine in Jared Bowen. So Scarles in midfield, James Ward-Prowse and Sola as your CMs, Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right wing back, Kudus, Paqueta and Jared Bowen. So they haven't got a target man again. We saw this against Liverpool last time we beat them 5-0 up to Parkland at London Stadium. And Jared Bowen playing front didn't really trouble us because of the fact that the fact that he wasn't really, he's not a striker, he doesn't make strikers runs. He's a very, very good player, by the way. I mean, I'd never ever say no to Jared Bowen if we ever looked at someone like that because he's a sensational player. But it's not. I think it's probably easy to defend against for Van Dijk and Konate, and we did beat them 5-0 at their ground. It's hard to say. Sometimes it's hard just to say. It seems a bit disrespectful to say, look, it's an easy win today. This should be an easy win today. But we aren't playing well. That's the issue. We aren't playing well. We absolutely battered them in the London Stadium. They didn't even get a touch of the ball. And they didn't. I was surprised they didn't start Fulkrug as a striker. They hadn't done it again today because starting a striker and starting a winger as a striker is a completely different game. Completely. I don't know why they're not doing it. Is Fulkrug on the bench? It makes no sense not to start Fulkrug again. I think they made that mistake last time against us. So let's have a look at the team news again. See if Fulkrug's on the bench. Because if Fulkrug's on the bench, if you want to get anything out of Van Dijk and Konate, you've got to have a striker that can put his weight around and just sort of like be a distraction. So there's for like Kudus and Bowen can come inside then and cause havoc. But with Bowen coming inside, the only thing Konate and Bowen is starting as a striker. The only thing that Konate and Van Dijk has to think about is potentially playing the offside trap. So all he's going to try to do is get in behind. The way to play against Van Dijk and Konate is keep them busy and allow the wingers to come in. So Fulham's on the bench for West Ham: Fabianski, Kufel, Emerson, Edson Alvarez, Rodriguez, Souček, Fulkrug, Gilhem, and Evan Ferguson. Evan Ferguson on the bench. They haven't really used him yet, have they? He's been injured, hasn't he? See, when did he get back? When did Evan Ferguson get back? Be interested in that. Evan, is this his first? When did he get back? Let's have a look. Let's type in Evan Ferguson injury. So let's have a look. When did he get back? So he didn't get back that long ago. Evan Ferguson, because he was again at Brighton. Evan Ferguson was a very good footballer at Brighton. He hadn't really worked out since then. I know he's got a big injury, so let's have a look 1 second. Let's try and find out when he got back from his injury. Does anyone know? If you do know, let me know in the comments when Ferguson got back from his injury. I know he was injured. I don't know when he got back from his injury. Because he is a very good striker. Again, if I was Potter, I would be playing someone like Ferguson up front rather than Jarrod Bowen, and playing Paqueta a bit further back alongside possibly Ward-Prowse, and then again, what I think has it really just gone there just for defend, three at the back, so basically 5 at the back, 2 wing backs, and that's why he's got Paqueta there. Paqueta usually plays like a 10 position. West Ham usually play. I'm sure West Ham play normally 4-3-3, but it looks like he's changed it up a bit today. This is just going on based on my knowledge of what West Ham play. Just go over their matches. Let's see what they played last time out. I'm sure they play Paqueta normally in a 10 position, and then Bowen and Kudus out wide. But again, it depends on who they have up front, doesn't it? Really, because if Evan Ferguson's been out and Fulkrug isn't really is all right, but he's not really lived up to that. He's an old player, though, isn't he? So you can't expect him to exactly get better. Let's have a look at West Ham's last game. They lost, didn't they? I remember them losing. West Ham due against they're going to be 2-1 up against Bournemouth on this. So they drew 2-2 last week against Bournemouth at home. Look at the team. So Fulkrug scored last week. Yeah, they do now play. I thought so. They now play 4-2-3-1. I thought they did. So they have changed the formation today based on Liverpool. They're playing like 5 at back now today. So usually play Edson Alvarez in the midfield with Ward-Prowse, Kudus, Souček at 10 they played last week, Paqueta on the left and Bowen up front. So usually they play either like Kudus at 10 or Paqueta at 10 and Bowen out wide and then a striker. So Fulkrug came on last week and scored. But he doesn't start. So Graham Potter basically has just thought about Liverpool only today, and he has changed his formation. Sometimes it works with managers, though. Sometimes it does work with managers. I mean, so look at the game they played before. They did play before. They lost to Wolves, didn't they? They played well against Wolves as well. So look at lineups. I'm sure they play. I'm sure the standard play for them is normally 4-2-3-1. Also, they played 3-5-2 there as well, away to Wolves. So unless it's just away games they play that formation, which is a bit strange. Keep changing formations every week. That's very odd. How are you supposed to get any like consistency for your players? Because then, if you change your formations every single week, unless you're just trying to find the best formation, if you change your formations every week, what you're doing there is you got to change the personnel as well, because certain players can't play in certain positions. So the week before that, away to Everton, they played 3-4-3. So in the last 3 games, they've played 3 different formations. Is this just Graham Potter like? Is he just like giving up on the season. They're safe now at West Ham. They've not really got much play for them. They're not even going to get top half of the league now because they keep dropping points against crap. Is this Potter just trying to experiment with the team? He's played 3-4-3. He's played 3-4. He's played 3-2-3-1, and he's played 5 like a 3-5, like a 3-4-2-1, like a 5 at the back, like wing backs. And doing that today in the last 3 games. So 3 formations in the last 3 games is where you're supposed to get. No, I'm not surprised that West Ham's not been getting consistency because they've actually got some decent results in that. Like they beat Arsenal and then they got battered against Newcastle. They should have got points off Chelsea. They should have beaten Chelsea Monday night. I think that was. Then due to Everton, lost against Wolves, nearly beat Bournemouth last week. So they're doing well against decent teams, apart from when one player does. They're doing well against decent teams, but against poor teams, they seem to get battered or they get beat. But when he's changing the formation every single week, what are you expecting? And I don't understand that. And again, that plays in our favour today. They've gone back to a 5-2-3 sort of formation today, where they're playing wing backs again. So I think that does play in our favour today. The fact that they keep changing formation, there's no consistency there. It makes absolute sense that their results have been consistent. It's interesting, that very interesting actually. Maybe he's just Potter just trying to find who's there for next season and what formation needs to play with these players that he's got. Is he going to have a busy summer like they had last year? Because West Ham did have a good summer last year, really. The players they bought. So I'm still looking on Twitter, by the way, to find out why Núñez has been dropped. There's no particular reason why Núñez has been dropped. By the way, Virgil van Dijk is captaining his 100th game for Liverpool tonight. Today, sorry. So that is a very big achievement on the week. What we could possibly see him sign a new contract. Still nothing on Núñez. I'm very, very surprised at that. So the only thing that tells me then is Núñez just simply dropped for either his attitude or just being dropped for general play. And that's a big, big statement, that is. So we've got half an hour until kick-off. I hope you all enjoyed the game. I'm sure you will. Like I said, I'm relaxed today. I'm never normally relaxed joining the Liverpool games or leading up to Liverpool games, but this Arsenal team have had this effect on me. They really have. This Arsenal team chasing Liverpool have just had this effect of just being relaxed. If we win today, like I said, make sure you join Talking Reds, get your notification bells on as well. Subscribe to the channel because we are going to have a month worth of celebrations on this channel. And I don't care how shameless it is. We deserve this as Liverpool fans. We got robbed last time of celebrating it with the team properly because of COVID. This is going to be our first Premier League title where we can actually celebrate with the players, with the fans together. So I'm going to enjoy every single minute of it. Absolutely every single minute of it. And I'm going to rinse it for all it's got. Trust me, I'm making sure everyone knows about who is the best team in the land and who's the best team in the Premier League, and that is Liverpool Football Club currently. And this is why it's so nice as a Liverpool fan right now to be top of the league, to enjoy this 20th league title, joining Manchester United on 20 titles. Look, if and it's a very, very big if I say big if, like a tiny if it does bite me in the ass and Liverpool don't win the Premier League title, then I will absolutely apologise for jinxing it. I'll write an apology to all of you guys at home for doing that. But it's done, innit? Join me in saying this. Please let me know in the comments. Tell me if it's done, because I think it's done. If we win today, 13 points clear, 6 games left, 2 more wins needed. 2 more wins needed to win the Premier League, and we've got Ipswich away and Tottenham at home. If we win today, that's got to be done, hasn't it? It's got to be done. So let me know in the comments if you think it is done. Let me know in the comments if you want a month of celebrations. Let me know in the comments as well, because I'm certainly doing them anyway, even if you don't want them. I'm sure on Red Zone next week, me and Roms will be celebrating. Make sure you get your notification bells on. Like this video, smash that like. It will help us out massively. Just liking the video. would help us out, just growing the channel, getting to our algorithm, and hopefully it has been an incredible year as a Liverpool fan. It has been. I started this channel in October. We just hit 100,000 views yesterday, and I really am absolutely thankful for everyone that has watched live, or has watched in all the content in the past, that has liked, that has subscribed. Thank you everyone for joining. Make sure you do continue to follow us and continue to watch us as well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, Reds, and hopefully we end on a Reds win and one step closer to that Premier League title. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day and have a great weekend.